If I was to ask what is the most important technology over the course of the entire humanity, I wonder what we will point out. Will it be fire? Will it be the light bulb, the telephone, the aeroplane, the personal computer, internet, or iron? Technology tends to build on top of technology. So, for example, if we didn't have the internet, there will be no e-commerce, there will be no AI. So sometimes people tend to be ahead of the technology because they do not have the supporting technology to make the required progress. I would like to, at this point, thank the NDDC and other sponsors of this program, and of course the organizers for bringing everyone together to touch on the subject of technology and its central place in the development of society. In this particular case, the Niger Delta. I hope that at the end of this conference, we will have not only learned a lot, but we will have built networks that we will find useful in our careers and in our businesses. For people who are in the business of building technology, obviously it's important to make sure that you build technology that solves a problem instead of technology that creates a problem. Sometimes technology that creates a problem is also useful. In the area of agriculture, I'm sure the experts have already touched on many areas. They've talked about a lot of that. But I think it's important to comment that we have to have the required foundation. So for example, we can talk about AI application to agriculture. We can talk about drones, we can talk about GIS, but there are certain important foundations that we must still have in place. For the Niger Delta, what we do not have is even the basic land upon which to farm. There's not enough of that. And even if we want to develop land by clearing land for that, we have again now to be guided by technology. We have to be guided by land use technology, using GIS to find the best place that needs to be conserved, the best place for cassava, the best place for rice, and so on and so forth. Another area where technology is very critical in agriculture is in planning. I touched on that a little bit, and I think the NDDC has done wonderful work in that regard almost 20 years ago. Maybe it's about 20 years now, with the whole GIS-based planning. We are supposed to know where everything needs to be done, but what we haven't done is use the work that has been done a long time ago to inform current decisions for execution. So I will now touch on what is currently ongoing across the country and Nigeria as a place where we need to begin to look at the elements that need to come together for food security. We need to cultivate more, but we also need to cultivate more intensively. And in that regard, we have to do a lot in terms of the utilization of technology, all the way from the planning to the seed tech, making sure that we're using the right varieties of seed, making sure that we are deploying mechanization in the work that we do, and making sure that we are keeping records of what we do. Because sometimes to achieve the right results, you need to work for 5 years. You need to plan for 5 years. So you need to learn what happened in year 1. You need to learn what happened in year 2, and use those lessons to improve as you continue. And so that's where data science becomes very, very critical. A lot of people embark on business without any data analytics before, in the middle, or after every season of the business. We have to be able to ensure that we use data. We have to be able to ensure that we use the right financial technology to support what we are doing, not just in agriculture, but in almost every other thing that we do. I think I'm going to rely on questions to eat up some of the time that I have. So before I conclude, I would like to make a few announcements from Angala FinTech, which is one of the companies in the Arila group. Together with the NDDC, we are creating a lot of jobs, but I think the NDDC will announce that from our own side, we are currently looking for 10,000 agency bankers for employment between now and the end of May. We need people in data visualization and analytics. We need experts in monitoring and evaluation, front-end and back-end developers, web designers. Is there any financial modeler here? Financial modelers? People in renewable energy finance. Is anybody writing CFA exam here? Does anybody want to write CFA exam? Okay, anyone who wants to write CFA exam indicates, contact the organizers of the conference, and anyone who passes the exam gets ₦1 million for 10 people. We are looking for agricultural extension experts, food tech experts, and 10,000 farmers. Anyone who has a plug or any need in this regard should please contact the organizers of the conference.